Hey everyone, my name is Danilo Petrovic.
I'm Ilya Marchenko.
I'm Denis Kudla.
I'm Evgeny Donskoy.
I'm Henry Laaksonen.
I'm Peter Torebko, and you're listening to the Game to Love podcast.
Welcome back again. It's not been long since we last spoke to you, but this time we're speaking to you about two different tournaments, ATP Cordoba and ATP Singapore. Nice. Two opposite sides of the globe. But yeah, it's going to be exciting, this one. Two completely different tournaments, two completely different types of players.
Different surfaces.
Yes, different surfaces. Got the clay court swings come back again. So interesting to see that. Last year's one was quite exciting, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Had Sabo Wild winning his first ever ATP title beginning of last year. So will we see some fresh blood get their first ATP titles? You never know, mate.
You never know. There's some really good players actually in this draw. Some players who we probably know more on the challenger side of things, maybe not so well known on the higher level, like ATP main draw. However, they're competing in a main draw tournament, and let's just go straight into it and go through the draw and pick who we think is going to be winning. Shout out to Table Tennis for joining us. Nat, the clay court backgrounds are out now. Thomas Rock's here as well. And Luke saying, great to see you lads. Really enjoying the bracket league. I'm doing not too bad. It's good to hear. And I've got to be real with you guys. I hardly know any of the players in Cordoba. And that's an interesting thing because I was just digging it up a second ago saying there's some exciting players. But I feel like it's probably only exciting for me and you, Ben.
Maybe, mate. I think we know a lot.
Probably.
Yes, I think you're right. When we're looking down there's a lot of familiar faces going down. And we'd probably be picking them if they're up against just the regular ATPers, really. So, you might learn a thing or two, hopefully, from myself and JG over this one. So we'll try to educate you on players that we know from the challenger side of things. We always do. And we've got Vimbai asking, is Musetti going to be there? No, I believe that he's been playing in another tournament. Has he been playing in Italy, I believe?
Yeah, Musetti's been on the hard courts playing in Italy. Yeah, that's right. So I'm pretty sure we're not going to see him there. No. However, we're still going to see there's some good players here. The one thing I'm not so sure about is I believe someone's withdrawn. Pella. I think Pella may have withdrawn from this tournament. I'm not sure how accurate that is, but someone can maybe update me on that. I'll have a little look through Twitter while you get up the thing.
Okay, I can bring it up. It's on there. There we go.
Okay, so Cordoba update. Pella's out. There's going to be a lucky loser. It's going to be drawn from one of the challengers, one of the qualifications you went out. So he will be replaced by a lucky loser. So for now, we have Diego Schwartzman by first round, picks itself. Second run, this is tough. This is a 50-50 match for me. Delian, Cecchinato.
I would go Cecchinato just because, I don't know, Delian's great on the clay, but Cecchinato really impressed me last year. He had some, I believe did he win a tournament as well, I think?
I think he did. I think he definitely went really deep and beat some good players. So it certainly suits him a lot more, the clay court swing.
I remember he got to the final. I think it was in Palermo. It was one of those Italian tournaments. I remember he played Danilo Petrovic in the semi-finals, I believe, and managed to really tonked him. But yeah, anyway, that's my reasoning for putting him through against the Schwartz. I don't have him going any further than that.
Against the Schwartz?
Yeah, he's going to be playing the Schwartz the next round.
You don't have him beating the Schwartz, so the Schwartz is going to then beat Cecchinato for you, yeah?
Yes, mate.
So I've got Delian to progress on that first one, and then Schwartzman. I think he'll clean up that little bit.
Yep. Then we got a qualifier here. Do you want to let us know who this qualifier is in this match against Andrej Martin?
Okay, one moment.
No problem.
I don't think it's on there yet, so maybe they've not been drawn.
Oh,
that's unfortunate. Okay. They're not been drawn, but we can see. Yeah, it doesn't appear on the actual draw, which is a shame.
Do you know who it's between? Have we got any indications of whom these players might be? That
Wait,
would
one
be.
second. Maybe I can get it up. I think
Oh,
I
here we
maybe had the
go.
wrong.
So you got
the wrong
like
link.
the people in the qualification, just in case you want to know. There's Bagnis in there, Sakamoto, Echeverry, Escobedo, Ugo Carabelli, Barrios, Juan Manuel Celundolo, and Menezes. So
Mate, there's a few of them you want to be you want to be scared about. To be fair,
yes.
Echeverry for one in Argentina, I would not want to be playing him. Bagnis, he's got experience, can be dangerous, and then Barrios as well for me.
But saying that,
Cerundolo as well.
Escobedo, mate, I think he's one to watch as well. Even though he's in the qualifying,
Will he beat Echeverry?
He beat no, he beat Klein and he
Yeah,
beat was it Meligeni Rodriguez Alves as well. So
Yeah.
he beat both of them in this qualifying.
Yeah, I had Klein to beat him, didn't I?
Yeah, exactly. So did I. So and he's been playing really well. That's a really tight match. I think if the winner of that was playing Andre Martin, I'd be swaying more towards them. I don't think Andre's looked great in his last match that I watched him play. I might be showing towards the qualifier in that one.
Yeah, and I agree. I've got a qualifier as well. I really like the look of some of them qualifiers, and I'm sort of taking a punt that one of them could come good. Hopefully, it's one of the better ones, and I think maybe they could cause an upset. There's a lot of Argentinian qualifiers,
yes,
which makes you think in Cordoba, could we see an Argentinian do well? I'm sure there'll probably be some fans there.
Oh, mate, yeah, for sure.
Some capacity, so they'll probably be cheering their man on.
We got Juan Ignacio Londero against Albert Ramos Vinolas. The three-name war here between the both of them. For me, this is a real tight one. I can't really call this one. For me, on the clay, you'd fancy Ramos Vinolas, but his form hasn't been great of
He's getting
late.
on as well, isn't he?
This is what I mean. It's a tough one to pick. You're picking against, you're picking people who are getting older. You'd expect them, and you just got to remember, you can't play at a higher level forever. It's eventually going to catch up with you. So I might go for Londero, but when was the last time Londero played on the clay? Is the question. And
I'm going to go Londero. So Londero for me, if that helps your decision a little bit.
For me, it's a pick 'em. So I'm going to go just to go against you. I'll go Ramos. Then there you go. just to go against you.
And I think you was asking earlier about Cecchinato. We've got Julian there saying it was in Sardinia.
Sardinia. That was it. I couldn't think. I knew that there was a Palermo was the women's one, wasn't it? It wasn't.
Yeah, it was Sardinia. Yeah, thanks for that, Jude.
Cheers.
We appreciate it. We've got Davo there saying Schwartzman's winning this tournament. I think it's hard to sort of go against him here.
Yeah.
Jordan saying Schwartzman cruises the tournament, I think. Table tennis Londero at home and beats Ramos 6-3, 6-4 on clay. Yeah, I think Londero too. Come on, I love to hear this.
The old home
12 Travel 21. Listen to this, Ben. This could change your mind. Londero, the former ATP Cordoba champion in 2019. Come on, Londero. He's going to go all the way.
I've got to go against you still. I think I'm just going to keep it just in case. So Pella's going to be out by the sounds of it. So this completely messes the whole. Does that mean whoever replaces him gets a bye as well?
Interesting. Yeah, that's a good point. Would you reckon they'll give 2 lucky loser spots?
Maybe, yeah.
Well, anyway, we can't pick anything there, so we're going to have to just leave it as Pella. We'll see what happens. Watch this space with that.
This one's
Kovalik versus Galan.
Yes. Galan Riveros. Both of them very, very good players. For me, Galan Riveros, I would normally go for as being the stronger player, but of the two. Of late, I'm not so sure, though. I'm going to go Kovalik to beat Galan Riveros.
Wow. Yeah, I don't know, because I was going to do the same. But
well, you can do the same, mate. Don't let me stop you just by going first.
Yeah, I'm going to go Kovalik as well then, mate.
They were saying, are you sure that Pella is not playing? I think this is going to dictate a lot of people.
I'm 100% sure. So Pella is not playing. He's withdrawn from the tournament. I'm not sure why, but Pella is 100% withdrawn.
Okay.
Famous last words. He's going to turn up now and play. But anyway, Kovalik there for me. He's going to be playing lucky loser. I'm going to then go Kovalik again. So it's quite big to get that one right, I feel. It's probably a lot of points at stake.
Exactly.
Then you've got the qualifier versus kicker. I'm going to go for the qualifier.
Oh, what's wrong with kicker, mate?
I don't know much about kicker.
No, I don't either. I'm just I've never heard of kicker before in my life. But I'm not going to go with kicker either. I don't know who you are, kicker, but I feel bad. He's at home as well.
Mate, kicker's going to do it. Kicker's going to kick on and win.
I'm going to kick myself for not picking him. So
Pedro Sousa, Del Bonis.
Oh, that's a toughie. Pedro Sousa. Mate, well, don't forget, we were speaking to, what's his face? Oh my God, what's his name? I've forgotten his name now. Twitter man. Oh, mate. God, Morgado. Yeah, we were speaking to him about him. He said he's spoken to Pedro Sousa quite a few times. He said he's obviously one of their top talents over there, and especially on clay courts, he is a bit of a beast. So I think, just based on Morgado love, I'm going to go Pedro Sousa.
Mate, I'm going to do the same as well. And Yoav there's given some good information about kicker, saying kicker's just come back from a match fixing ban, I believe.
For God's sake.
So you never know. He might have this whole Cordoba thing fixed from start to finish, and kicker's going all the way, beating Schwartzman in the final. But no, I don't know. God knows what's going to happen with kicker. But we'll just watch his space.
Yeah, I'm going to go Sousa again, going through against whatever qualifier it is. So I'd have a Sousa.
I feel like whoever wins that one will go through. Sousa, Del Bonis, they'll go through the next one. But I'm going to go Sousa, then Sousa.
I'm going to go Sousa again versus Kovalik as well.
Yeah, same.
Move down. We got Thiago Monteiro against the qualifier. I'm going to go Monteiro there. Like him on the clay.
Yep, agreed. I think that's an easy one. I think Monteiro could have a nice little run here.
This one's bit tricky. I'm going to go Caballas Baena to beat João Sousa.
Yep.
Yep. Same
I
for
agree
you.
with that.
This one's tougher though. Montero, Caballas Baena in the next round. Not really sure which way that'll go. I think it could go the way of I'm going to go Montero.
I think Baena will be the favourite, potentially.
So.
Higher ranked. But Montero's really impressed me. I think watching him against Alcaraz when we did the live watch along, I've put him in higher regard. Now he's back on the clay, sliding around. He is a beast. You've summed him up perfectly. Brazil as well, so close to Argentina, mate. He's going to love it. The South American's going to thrive. In this
That's why I've gone for him. I think he's more in his element. He's there in South America. I think he's going to, he's going to take him to the cleaners, mate. So Montero, and then we got qualifier against Thiago Seyboth Wild. Seyboth Wild hasn't really replicated any of the form that got him to winning the ATP title at the beginning of last year. He sort of dropped off completely this in 2020, and I'm not sure.
I thought a bit sorry for him. Maybe that did have a little bit of effect on his body.
Yeah. It is sad to see though, because he was in such great form before it all kicked off, wasn't he? And then now, I actually could see him losing this, to be honest. I'm going to have him losing to the qualifier. I don't know why. I just got a bad feeling just from his form.
I'm going to go Seyboth Wild. I think you're being slightly harsh on him. I know he's been a bit disappointing, but he's been playing a higher level of people now since he's been winning tournaments recently before and going deep into tournaments. He's picked up quite a few ranking points, so he's flying through the rankings. Now he's playing in the big draw, the big leagues, and that's probably why you've seen him lose more matches. He's certainly capable, and don't forget, mate, he's won an event before Felix, Olgai Elisiame.
Yeah, exactly, mate. Well, he only played. Well, he played Francisco Cerundolo, who he knows very good, and lost in straight sets. That was I think it was last week or a few days ago. So it's just he's not on ATP main draw level yet, Francisco, even though he probably will be at some point. That's for sure. Cerundolo, a very, very bright young prospect on the tour.
Mate, he's literally down two lines.
yeah, mate, exactly. And this is what my fear is for some of these people in the draw. Let's keep going down here. We've got Kekmanovic versus whoever. Out of this, I'd say Kekmanovic beats either of those two, and we get them going through. Then we got Kekmanovic versus Montero potentially in the next round. I'm going to go Kekmanovic. I think Kekmanovic, if he can really rekindle that form that saw him take his first ATP title last year, which is on the clay in Kitzbühel as well.
Yeah, score, didn't he? He won that against, was it Hampton in the final, was it?
Yes, yeah. You got it. So, look who's in there. It's Ken Lee. Nice to have you in, bud.
Oh, thanks for joining us, Ken. Hopefully you're not too disappointed from Rafa exiting the Australian Open. It'd be good to see Rafa in Cordoba. I think he would have a good chance of winning this one.
Yeah, mate, you never know. Never know.
If Rafa was in this tournament, I said, if Rafa was in Cordoba, it would be, I think he'd have a good chance.
Well, I don't know. Schwartzman's in there, mate. You never know. Schwartzman, what happened last time they played in a 3-set match?
Mate, he's got him.
Wow, you'd think so. Right, so sorry, I'm dotting all over the place.
So Kecmanovic, yeah, I've got that one. Quetfa Correa, this is the tie for me of the first round. People may disagree. I think it's super tight. Two players I love.
I'm going Correa.
It's not going to be a top one for a lot of people, but I'm going to go Correa as well.
The Argentinian at home, at home on the clay as well as at home in Argentina. I've got Jordan saying Rafa to replace Bella. If that happens, I think everybody's brackets changes dramatically if that suddenly
replaces Bella.
Oh God. Imagine.
Jordan, you gotta love it. Imagine seeing him here. Shock entry.
That would be quality. I would love to see that. Here we go. Anyway, Quetfa, I've got going out to Correa, and then the next one, I'm going to go Cerundolo. Go on. I'm going to go big on the Argentinians. I'm going Cerundolo to go through. Against
easy for me as well, mate. Cerundolo. Let me just get up his form. I've got it on this other screen I was looking at. He's just been so good. He also won, didn't he? The one in, I don't know if he won, if it was semi-final. He beat Tabio recently, saved off wild straight sets. And there's a lot of green. In fact, he's not lost at all since the last time he lost was against Tirante in November time. So he's in some crazy form. You've beaten Andres Martin there. You've got Bagnes, Malinga, Rodriguez. All these are real top. Mario Viella. He's beaten all of these top players. Varillas, Sakamoto, João Munar. That's the pick one. Caballas Buena. Mate, Francisco Cerundolo. If you don't know the name, we talk about a lot of people on this podcast. He could be one to watch for clay quarters. He's another young clay quarter who's he's got some really high stock. Exciting
22.
player. 22 years old. 146 in the world. He's playing right now, is he?
Yeah, he's playing right now in I believe it's the final. Yeah, the final of the Concepcion Challenger against another amazing Argentinian youngster called Sebastian Baez.
How's he getting on?
It's one first set to Baez, and he's Cerundolo 6-5 up in the second set.
Was he missed a break or? I was on serve. This is really holding him.
Baez, another one. Watch out for Baez as well.
But the only concern is, that's an interesting thing. If he is to win that challenger, could he go out first round in Cordoba?
Very good point, JG. It's the GTL maths here. The GTL maths. We know that if you win that tournament, you might not turn up to the next one. So maybe that will make me change my selection now, actually. He is in the final, and he's getting given a bit of a rough. But Gianluca Maker, I don't know. I just think the fact that it's in Argentina, he's 22. I think he's going to have enough juice for one more round. Come on, it's an ATP event. It's not a challenger. He's going to be hyped.
Fair enough. All right,
I'm convincing myself.
I've changed my other selection, though, what I had at the bottom. So then we've got Munar Jari. Jari's just come back. Obviously, he got banned for a while through to doping. He's back on the circuit. I saw him playing the other day. He did all right, to be fair. So hopefully he's not still doping. And he's playing by the rules now. But I don't know if it was actually doping. I think that's maybe me being harsh. They found something in his blood, and that was
smoking
it.
Dope.
He's not allowed to play.
What was he doing? Steroids.
Anyway. So yeah, that's what I've got for that one. What have you got, mate? So
I've got Correa. I'm going to say is to beat Cerundolo though in the next round due to his fatigue from being in a final right this second. That's what I'm going with. The next one you said Munar Jari. Yeah,
this is what I'm saying. I've done Munar, so I'm going to have Munar to beat him. And Benoit Paire, the second seed. It's funny, no one even thinks about it, but Benoit Paire Don't give him a chance. How terrible is that?
Well, it's on for me. Munar as well is a horrible selection for him if he plays Munar, because Munar, another person.
He's consistent, isn't he? He's a grinder.
Sure, everyone knows Munar as well. Munar is he's up there with all of the next gen sort of players. And Munar is only, I think he's 23, but he was in sort of that sort of young pack of players that were coming through. But he's just predominantly the clay quarter, though. That was the only thing that sort of set him apart. He hasn't really had any sort of form on any of the other surfaces, but he won quite a few. I think he won a couple of tournaments, didn't he? He won one already this year. He won one in, I believe it was a challenger in Antler, actually, against Massetti as well. He beat. So pretty impressive there. And then he got to the final again in Antler when they did the repeat, but lost in the final to Taberna. And then the back end of last year, he won in, I believe it is it Madrid? No, he lost to Pedro Martinez in the final in Marbella. And before that, he'd just won in Portugal against Pedro Sousa. So he faced Pedro Sousa in 2 finals in a row. So that's what I mean. He's made it in about 4 or 5 finals in the past 6 months. So this is how good Munar's form is right now. So I really wouldn't want to play him if you're an out of form pair. So
I agree, mate. And I think he would be a heavy favourite in that match. So I've definitely got Munar. It's not even a question for me. In fact, I've got Munar progressing relatively far. I then fancy him to beat Cerundolo.
Well, I'm going to have him beating Correa.
Oh, you've got Correa, yeah. So that's let's go. Let's finish this one off. So this is the semi-final. So my semi-final at the bottom, Kecmanovic, Munar. Is that the same for you?
Yeah, Kecmanovic,
same for you. And who you going to have?
That's a real tough one for me. I'm going to go Kecmanovic, actually, even though there's part of me that thinks Munar, but there's part of me that thinks that this is just going to be a real long match. That if those two play, it's probably going to be at least 3 hours, and it's going to be the battle of wills. I think Kecmanovic will get it over the line.
I'm going to go Munar. I think Munar's going to be in the final.
Yeah, he's got a great form. I wouldn't be surprised. So
the top semi-final. This one maybe won't be so much of a battle. Diego Schwartzman, Pedro Sousa. I think it's going to be a bit straightforward. Hate to say it. Schwartzman, straight sets, done in the final.
Well, I've got
any debate?
I got Schwartzman to beat Cecchinato, Ramos to beat a qualifier, Schwartzman to beat Ramos, and then Ramos v Sousa. No, Schwartzman v Sousa. Sorry. It's got to only be Diego Schwartzman, isn't it? So we got a final of Diego Schwartzman versus Kecmanovic, and I'm sure the same as everybody else. Diego Schwartzman as my winner, and if he doesn't do it, then I'll be very, very surprised.
I've got Diego Schwartzman versus Munar, and I'm going to have Schwartzman as well. So I think a lot of people will have Schwartzman to win this tournament. Kind of picks itself. Just quickly, we've got to talk about Jarry there. Apparently, Julian there provided a lot of information today, saying it was a tainted supplement, apparently.
There's
and
Julian.
12 Travel 21 saying, in fairness, since Dan Evans has given up the coke, he's been in form of his life. So could that be the same for Jarry? Nicholas Jarry's given up this tainted supplement. Could he storm Cordoba?
It sounds like an excuse that always comes out in all of these boxing or UFCs and all of this. That tainted supplement is, and when you hear from all of the other people who are in the sport, they say it's just not possible to have a tainted supplement. He said for the amount of things that they and how I don't know how to describe it, but they obviously have very strict diets. And if you're in a sport where you get drug tested a lot, you just don't just take anything all the time. You make sure you're careful with everything.
If you're a professional sportsman, just sort yourself out. That's why for me it's a bit fishy. There's got to be more in it than just the fact that he's taken some tainted supplement. He's done something illegal and rightfully been accused for it, punished for it, and been banned from tennis for a while. So yeah, Schwartzman to win Cordoba, no shocks really, is it?
No, well, it's just is what it is, mate. There you go. Schwartzman, both of ours winner there. So, and I've got Kecmanovic, you've got Munar for that one. So let us know who you've got as your winner in the live chat. Also, if you're watching this on repeat, then let us know in the comments section. And if you're listening just on Spotify, then I don't know how you'll let us know. Jump on YouTube and leave a comment. So
Shout through your phone. We
yeah,
can't
just
hear
shout in the phone right now. Just say it will get to us. Use the power of your mind to send it to us. But let's
The
move
final
away.
we've got here is Montero in the final. Is that Nat's
Oh.
got Diego Montero? That's a pretty good one.
Ooh,
Could see it
ooh.
happening. Thomas Rock, he's already forgot who he's picked. He's done it. Early doors. Didn't want to miss out on this one. Make sure you
Rafa.
save it as well at the bottom.
Yeah. I'm gonna
It's
make
probably
sure.
keep Pella the whole way. And if you want the person who's going to be replacing Pella, you need to be picking Pella right now because it could even be Rafa Nadal.
You never know.
It can't, by the way, but
Shock entry into the tournament destroys everyone's brackets. But yeah,
So,
I can't see
the
him
last
traveling
one.
over there. Yeah,
where
let's
we at now? Singapore.
Singapore, mate. Let's move all the way over. Fly overseas, mate. Wait, there we go. We got a bit of pink there. Love that. And the map that I'm covering up with my big head. Right, here we go. On to Singapore.
And back to the hard courts again, Ben. What are you doing on the clay?
Some familiar faces in this one as well. You're always talking about these same guys on. I feel like these people, we can really go in hard on a few of these people that are in this tournament. Oh yeah, you've swapped your thing over. Look at me, I'm lagging behind.
That's what I just said, mate. Well, that's what I just said. Oh, that was your cue.
I thought you were just saying, yeah, moving over to. I thought you were just talking about the tournament. Apologies, I'm behind. I'm still running on yesterday. I'm Australian time still over here. It's terrible.
So good.
I can't wait to get a full night's sleep. Finally, I think I probably had one last night. It was the first one in ages. Worst
you
time.
didn't do that, mate. I think you're sleeping for the Australian Open final.
Mate, if I'd have woken up and there was no final, I would have literally cried.
Anyway, let's go through this one. And the main seed here, is there qualifiers? Yeah, there's going to be qualifiers. Let's see if I think it's probably going to be the same as all of these, isn't it?
Everyone's got the same winner again.
Singapore. Maybe I think we've had the Singapore actually, so maybe I can tell you who the qualifiers are.
Oh,
what's the first qualifier playing against?
The first qualifier is Radu Albot.
Yeah, so it is updated. He's going to be playing Smith.
Oh, old Smith. Oh, why didn't you say Smith?
Yeah, so I've got all the qualifiers for this one. I can update you with. So that's a good sign.
That is a good sign, mate.
So we can know exactly. There's no excuses. In theory, you need to be smashing this one out. And the first for this one is Manarino. The second seed is John Millman. So some big players in this one.
Come on, Johnny, the mailman.
So to start off with, Manarino, bye. Yeah, done. Marcora Golbis.
You go with this one. You can see
mine. Golbis.
Oh, you got Golbis, have you?
Yeah.
What's your reasoning behind? Is it just a bit of?
I just like Golbis, mate. A bit of history. I feel like I remember. Forget what year, maybe 2019, 2020. I remember he won that tournament, and I just really was quite hyped by it. To be fair,
yeah,
he beat Janovic, didn't he, in the final?
Sort of take your pick with these two, really. You've got Golbis on a 6-match losing streak on hardcourt, or you've got Marcor on a 4-match losing streak on hardcourt. You take your pick, because for me, I'm going Marcora on only the 4-match losing streak, rather than Golbis on the 6-match losing streak. So
they're both relatively experienced players, but Golbis for me, and then I've got Manarino to knock out whoever it is anyway.
Whoever, doesn't Manarino, the solid workhorse on the tour in these ATP 250s, just gets through the draw, makes his way through, and then we start discussing him when he gets to the latter stages.
Jordan's got Golbis, table tennis Golbis. Mate, Golbis was the pick.
Look at you. Come on. There's no one looked at.
They're all going on Team JG.
Why? What are you doing?
Because in a minute we're going to go through the Google sheet to see
where's
how
all the people
head to head and smashing me. So
where's all the people? Like I love all the people when the person whose flag I'm supporting is losing. I apparently lose every one. Didn't hear those people turning up in the final of the Australian Open, did we? Yeah, disappeared from the chat then when Djokovic completely smashed the floor with Medvedev. They suddenly disappeared out the chat and went somewhere else. Don't know where they were. Anyway.
Down James Duckworth. I see you've got him going through again.
Yeah, the Duck.
Hanfman. Oh, you're going against Hanfman again.
I know. I
Did it on the last
apologize.
tournament.
More of the clay courts for me for Hampman. That's the only reason. And the duck likes it, mate. He likes it out there. His eye takes to it like a duck to water. Oh, God.
Oh wow.
I apologise for that. Anyway, I'm moving on. I've got who's Radu Albot playing?
I've told you, John Patrick Smith, or Smith John Patrick,
got
John
Albot.
Smith Patrick,
Albot.
Patrick Smith.
Albot. I love Albot. Albot's one of my guys, mate. Albot, me and him go way back. I've got him going through against Duckworth as well. I've got Duckworth going through, then Albot going through.
I've got exactly the same, mate. I've got Albot as well doing that, which is surprising for me. But I don't know. I've been impressed with Radu Albot of late. I must admit.
Hey, is impressed by Radu Albot. This is big news. Someone, quick bench, get the quote up.
Mate, I don't know. I've got to be realistic. This whole thing, I can't be too biased all the time. Almina, they're saying too many Aussies in this draw. It's going to break my heart to watch them all lose.
That's not positive. Come on, where's the positivity? Right. Anyway, this one, and this is Jun Mitsuhashi, and I've gone with Jun Mitsuhashi.
Oh, come on. Tell me more about this guy then.
I don't have any. I didn't know who was playing when I had already entered this in, and now obviously we know the qualifiers, so I might change this one after.
Oh no, that's the wrong name. That's why. That's Mochizuki.
Mochizuki. That's what I thought it meant when I read it.
So that's Mochizuki, and that is in fact the guy I've tried to buy shares in.
Stocks and shares one. That's what I thought.
He's my guy. He's the one who won junior. I forget what tournament he's won. Junior. He was a #1 ranked junior in the world.
That's why I thought
everyone eclipsing every young player in the juniors. There was no one better than this guy.
How come they've got his name so wrong? But when I read it and I thought, oh, it's a wild card. It'll probably be that guy, the young guy. I've just read it and thought, oh, was that the guy that you said? Because I couldn't remember his name. Turns out it is. It's Mochizuki. It's not Mitsuhashi. Yeah, I don't know what they're up to there. Unless this is a different one. Unless there isn't. 100%
that is Mochizuki. I've got it up here. And he's going to be playing Selek Bilak, who's actually one of my favourite players. One I really, really like. He just beat Viola in 3 sets. It was quite close to qualify for this one. But I just fancy him. And I'm actually going to go against the guy I was going to buy shares in.
Yeah, well, I'm just going to stick with it. I think I'm just going to hope for the best there. He actually just lost to Yuri Lehecka twice in 3 sets, though. But Lehecka's good as well.
In 3 sets, that's not too bad.
It's a little, I don't know. He hasn't had very good form lately, though, if I'm honest. He's lost 4 of his last 5, actually. That's just completely swung it for me. He's lost 4 of his last 5. Come on, wake up.
Right. Against him.
Yeah, I'm done. I can't lose. How can I back someone who's lost 4 out of their last 5 and not go against the person who just won their last 2? Come on. Wake up.
There's more to it than just stats.
Mate, there isn't. Well, Bublik to beat whoever goes through. There you go. And Thomas Rock will be happy. He's probably got Bublik to win the whole thing.
As Thomas Rock's also done my quote. We can't underestimate Radu Albot again. Ben. That was me, though. I did that quote. Bublik to go through that little bit.
I think I said never underestimate Radu Albot.
Oh, right. Yeah. So Maxim Krezi to beat Jason Jung. I agree.
Yeah.
Michael Mo versus Nishioka. Nishioka's been a bit disappointing. I'm going to go for the biceps and the American Michael Mo.
Oh, go on the biceps. Go on. That
you got? Oh, you got the same.
I got the same, mate. And
then you got Krezi to beat Mo. I'm actually going to follow on with Mo, mate. I think Mo's going to beat Krezi.
Wow. Mo. I think that's what I was going to be saying. I've got Bublik beating Cressy, mate. There's an interesting route going through. And then Thomas Roxon, I do have Bublik winning.
Bublik baby. Let's see how that one goes.
Yeah, he's a fan favourite, it seems. And then, okay, let's move on down. We got the Soon, the Woon, the Kwon. But he's up against Tyson Kwiatkowski from the US. And Tyson Kwiatkowski, he is 26 years old. Remember, he played about 7 times in a year against Noah Rubin. And, he just had so many back and forth battles with him. For me, well, Soonwoo Kwon is actually playing quite well at the moment. I'm surprised. I didn't realise. I thought he was on a bad run.
Mate, he's a clay courter. We keep saying he's a hardcore. He's a clay courter. Who would have thought it? He just beat Lorenzo Massetti in the final there in
Eight
Italy.
sets.
In Italy.
6-2, 6-3.
He beat Donskoy, he beat Madden, he beat Jason Jung. So he's really killing it on the clay courts, which is weird because for me, I've always fancied him on the hard courts. I've never really seen him play on clay. So he's rediscovered himself. He should have been in the other one, mate. The one we've just done. In Cordoba. He's in the wrong tournament. Why is he not in Cordoba?
Yeah, it's true. Like maybe it's just the flight's too much. I'm still going to go with the qualifier. I'm going to leave it on there just maybe because just transferring over to the hard might be too much for me. He lost in straight sets to Kokkinakis in the Australian Open. So I'm going to go with Tyson Kwiatkowski to knock out the monsoon, Kwon Soon. So moving down.
One, Uchiyama Polmans.
Tough this one, mate. Uchiyama, you know I love.
Both of them, they can't buy a win at the moment, to be fair.
You know I love Uchiyama as well. He's lost. How many has he lost in a row now? Uchiyama has lost. Whoa, he's lost 10 out of his last 11 matches. Whoa, that's not good. That's not a good sign. But Uchiyama's beaten him the only 2 times they've played, both times. So that makes
Uchiyama's going to win here today. I think he's going to find his form after a long time off not finding it. So I'm going to go Uchiyama.
Disrespectful to Mark Polmans, mate. That is total disrespect. This is a guy who took Martin Fucsovics to 5 sets in the Australian Open, and you're going to say Uchiyama's going to beat him?
Uchiyama's going to do it, yeah.
All right, fair enough. Oh, well, he's beaten him. He's never won a set off of Uchiyama in 2 meetings, so could be right, mate. I'm going with the Poles. Got his little hat on, and he'll be happy.
And I'm also going to have Kwon Soon to beat Uchiyama. So he's got his 1 win, and then he'll go back to losing.
Got Polmans, mate, going through again.
Okay. So moving down, here we go. We're starting to get to Marin Cilic now, the 3rd seed of this tournament. You've got Tara Daniel first against Ramanathan.
Oh, that's a close. It's
tricky.
Tough. I went with Tara Daniel, but I didn't really look at any sort of form before making the pick. I mean, I think he plays in higher ranked events. That was my main reasoning for it. I think he is.
I don't know. I think they both play mostly challenges. Tara Daniel plays a lot of challenges. I'm going to go Tara Daniel as well, though, for that.
If you go anything, they last played in 2012, and Tara Daniel won in straight sets. That means anything to you. 9 years apart, these meetings. So I'm going Tara Daniel, and up against, well, Grand Slam champion. It is Marin Cilic. So, Cilic to go
Jordan
through.
Hunter saying Cilic is going to roll back the years and win the whole thing.
Wow, he said, rolling back the years. That's what he's going to be doing. In the words of Simply Red, Marin Cilic will be rolling them back. So...
for a second, I thought you said Ramesh Ranganathan. Obviously, he's a comedian. Hopefully, he's a bit better than what he would.
If he plays Tara Daniel, I'm definitely picking Tara Daniel. Oh, Ramesh, sorry, not Ragesh. What am I doing? Anyway, right. We got, Lloyd Harris, mate. Oh, this was one of the ties of the round for me. Adrian Andreev, as we know, he's someone we've been bigging up a lot, but Lloyd Harris is sort of top quality, really. I think it's
too much to ask. Harris is going to be a good player. I think he could do quite well in this tournament, so I'm going to have him to advance.
Yep.
And then I'm going to have Popperin to beat the qualifier.
Same.
Who is... You got that?
I don't know who it is yet, though. I didn't know when I made the selection.
Maybe I can tell you 1 second. So it's going to be Chris Eubanks.
Chris Eubank, wow, the boxer. So yeah, definitely he'll beat him.
Yep, and then so moving down, last one. Let's just finish these off now because I know we're going probably well over what we should be.
Yeah,
I've got Ebdon versus Banbury. I'm going to have Ebdon to win that, and then Millman at the bottom. I'm Millman to beat Edmund. Millman Harris. This is a really tricky one, and I've been changing my mind a few times. I'm actually going to go Harris to beat Millman.
The mailman always delivers. Going past Lloyd Harris there, Muirhead. Going out, I believe.
Wait, is that the better Lloyd? Is that the better Harris? This one?
That's the good one.
This is the best Harris there is.
That's the Muirhead one.
Yeah,
Andrew Harris.
Yeah, of course. Yeah, this is the one I love. And Harris is going to win. So then I've got the semi-final of the bottom being Harris versus Cilic. I've got Kwon Soon versus Cilic and Cilic to beat him. So then This is going to be interesting. Now the Croatian versus is he South African? Yeah, I think he is.
South African. South African.
Tough. I'm going to go Marian Cilic. He's going to roll back the years. I agree with Jordan. And he's going to be in the final of the bottom bit for me.
Table tennis saying Ebden is 5-2 up versus Millman in the head-to-heads.
Wow.
When's that from? Though? What year is that from?
Well, probably over the years. I'm sure they've been playing a few times recently.
Yeah. I reckon
it's the same. Who's your semi-final?
My semi-final is Cilic. Is this the semi-final at the moment? No, I think we're. Oh God! I've just done that thing on the Mac where it just goes backwards.
Oh, you have to do it all again.
No, I already did it. I haven't been entering them.
Oh, awesome! That's
luckily for me. Anyway, yeah. So we'll move down. Anyway, I'll go. So in this bottom half, I've got Cilic.
Just watch the semi-finals.
Cilic. Oh, I've got Cilic, Millman, and I've got Manarino, Bublik on the other side. And then,
I've got Manarino, Bublik at the top, and I've got Cilic, Harris. Cilic to go through to the final of the bottom, and the top, I'm going to have Manarino to go to the final.
Oh, so what, you got Manarino versus Cilic final?
Yeah.
Shock, horror. That's what I've got, the same thing. And
this one before as well.
Yeah, my one was done before. So who is your winner? Because mine I can't change. It's already done, I believe. So you tell us.
My winner was Cilic.
Manarino.
Oh, interesting. So you've got Manarino. Let us know in the live chat, who do you have winning this? We've got Davor Jovic going Cilic. Come on, I hope so, mate. I'm backing your Croatian here. Hopefully he can do it. Almino's got the Malman to beat Cilic. Wish me luck. He's got a Malman Boblik final. Luke's got Markora to win the whole thing. That'd be nuts.
Come on.
Or maybe he's watching the video late.
Come on.
Table tennis there. Semi-final Manarino, Bublik, Cilic, Millman. And then he's got Bublik, Cilic, and then winner Cilic. So we've got exactly the same.
Don't forget
Thomas
Bublik
Rock. Do we need to ask who he's got? It's pretty obvious.
Come on, don't forget that Bublik did get to the final of one against Alex de Minaur and had to pull out of the final. So in his last tournament.
You'd have to tell Thomas Rock that, mate. He's got him winning it.
Well, exactly. There you go. Jordan saying Team JG. I think I got the same as you. So table tennis.
Nice.
There you go. So it's a very popular final. I'm sure most of you have Manarino, Cilic in the final. I would be surprised if you have anyone different.
I know there's a few others in there. We've got a few Bubliks, a few Malmans, a few other little combinations there. But I agree, mate. That was funny. We must be thinking on the same page. We've definitely gone for similar ones. Before we quickly wrap it up, let's just quickly go over the Google Sheets. I'll literally be like 2 minutes, and then we'll get off to doing our things.
What's the things?
Just life in general. Preparing for work tomorrow.
Get off to doing life. Yeah, life in prison. Here we go.
So there we can see Ben now. The ATP season, he's taking a 4-2 lead.
Yeah, go on there. Come on, look at that. Is that 4-2 up now? And surely there must be extra points for that Australian Open. I'm sorry.
No extra points. I was generous, mate. I gave you the ATP Cup one. It wasn't even in the draw challenge.
I know you did. But that was pretty obvious, to be fair. I don't know why we included that one. But
shout out to Ollie Paton as well.
Well done, Ollie Paton. Yes, exactly. We're going to have to be trying to get some little merch bits and jump in the Discord, send us a message. We'll grab your address details off you, and we're going to have to try and ping you out some our first bits of merch that we're going to have to get for ourselves and make sure that we test them, hit them with a hammer, make sure there's good quality, and then we'll send them out to you and just say, well done, job well done. So, yeah, and good luck to the next people in the next tournament. Should I go over to WTA? Do you want to have a look at that?
Yeah, just quickly, yeah.
And we got there. The JG's taken the lead again. Damn it. There you go.
This one's a bit closer, but I'm just edging it slightly. The Australian Open, I managed to win that. Out of Ben. Tim Groves, the winner for the GTL fan, and Osaka, obviously, the winner for the women's. Then we've just got one there. Adelaide International. So, all to play for. Just quickly on the men's one, the top tipper. Obviously, we've not had that for February. If you want to send any tips and try and get up the leaderboard, it looks like it's going to be between Thomas Rock and Chris Smear this month. They're both 1 and 2. What's it, 100? And I can't see because it's blocking it on ours, but there's like $2 between them at the moment.
Yeah, exactly.
And you can just go over to the ATP tab, mate.
Go to the ATP.
You can see there, look, we've got the GTL top tippers. This is where we'll be updating it for the month. You can see January, Thomas Rock has won. Can he do back-to-back? I guess we'll have to wait and see.
Yeah, we will indeed. Yeah, and definitely we'll be handing out more merch and more prizes for different people throughout the year as the channel's growing. I mean, just want to say a big thank you to everybody that has been with us throughout the Australian Open. It's been an intense 2 weeks. And today was sort of the final day, and now we're on the Australian Open come down. And I think it's just going to be a little bit weird adjusting, getting back to reality, back to normal sleep patterns, and back to normal tennis scheduling, and slightly less podcasting than we're used to doing. We're doing about 2 or 3 a day, and now we're getting no sleep. Now we can have a sleep, and we can prepare for maybe the final of this tournament, and we can do some watch-alongs for that.
Maybe the Murray one as well. We'll have to see how it goes.
Yeah,
if Murray
exactly.
we could do that. That would be awesome too.
Just
a big thank you to everyone who's watched this one and the last one we just did. If you haven't already, please like the video. It really does help us out. Join our Discord. Join us follow us on Twitter, Facebook, all of that stuff. And we'll see you on the next one. If you're also new to the channel, hit the subscribe button. And we'll see you probably in a few days' time now.
Indeed. Take it easy, guys, and good luck in the draw.